What could you do with a line of credit up to $100,000 with no interest and payments due? Let's give you a credit line of up to $100,000 and get rid of the two worst parts of credit, interest and monthly payments. You may wonder, what can I do with this line of credit? Why are there no payments due and why no interest charges? When you're a member of RBA, you get a credit line based on the value of services you sell and the amount that you can trade in a month. For instance, if your average sale is $1,000 and you're willing to trade 8 sales a month, that's $8,000 a month, which is nearly $100,000 a year. You can use this credit line to buy immediately. These trades are 8 extra sales a month. You're not converting some of your cash flow to barter. You use barter to get extra sales you wouldn't have had and use those sales to cover your credit line. That's up to $100,000 in buying power just by having the ability to make extra sales. And you don't have to pay for marketing and make more sales. RBA will bring those sales to you. So what can you buy? Pretty much anything. For example, have you delayed a major purchase due to cash or credit crunch? Things like car repairs, new vehicle, vacation, dental work, healthcare not covered by insurance, business equipment, repairs and maintenance on the home, business and investment property, high quality gifts and jewelry, a romantic getaway. Have any of your vendors or contractors become overpriced or unreliable and you need to look for better service with less cash out of pocket? Things like maintenance contracts, yard and landscape, cleaning services for home and business. When you spend Alliance credit to get what you want, you save cash. By lowering business expenses, you end up with an increase in cash net profits. The sky's the limit. If you want anything and we don't have a current member to cover it, RBA will seek out new members to fulfill your requests. So why no payments due? It's because you're dealing in trade. You get what you want and then you pay it back by providing your own service to the Alliance on demand. If you spend $1,000, you owe $1,000 in service, not cash. And why no interest charges? In the barter system, that's just the way we do it. Credit without interest charges. Another question we get is, why is it an advantage to sell in trade instead of cash? The advantage comes from doing both cash and trade. Continue to conduct your cash business with no changes at all. Then do additional sales by offering goods and services on trade. This lets you buy using interest-free credit with no payments due instead of cash. This has 5 major advantages. The first is you conserve your cash, which increases your profits and bank account. The second, you get extra business without extra effort or expense for marketing. The third, you get 10 times the buying power for the same sale. Fourth, you buy at a huge discount. And fifth, you get a very high return on business capital. Let me explain a little bit more about those advantages. So how do you get extra business without extra work or marketing expense? Well, it's simple. Being a member of the Alliance brings the business to you. We have members who want to trade. You don't have to spend any time or money to reach them. And so, how do you get 10 times the buying power? Barter creates huge leverage in your profit margin. The average business works on a profit margin between 3 to 20%. Let's say 10% on average for this example. That means that when you make $1,000 sale, normal expenses eat up $900, leaving you only $100 spendable. In a barter trade, when you make $1,000 sale, you get a full $1,000 buying power. That's 10 times the buying power for the same sale. So where does the discount come in? Barter creates leverage in the relationship between your cost of goods and your selling price. Your selling price is what you charge, for example, $1,000. Your cost of goods is what it costs you to make that individual sale. If you sell a service rather than a tangible product, your cost of goods is essentially zero. You spend time delivering the service, but no extra cash. Even if you have employees do the work, they're already on the payroll. There's no extra cost to having them do extra work. And this is great because many businesses pay people to stand around when there's not enough work to keep them busy. In this example, when you barter, you get $1,000 worth of buying power for zero cash out of pocket, and that's free. If you sell a tangible product, that product costs you something. You have to buy it to resell it. Let's say that something you sell for $1,000 costs you $300. When you spend $1,000 in Alliance, you pay it back with something you normally sell for $1,000, but it only costs you $300. You get $1,000 worth of service for only $300 out of pocket. That's a huge discount. Now, if you take a standard business expense that you pay every month, things like cleaning, window washing, landscape maintenance, and marketing expenses, and you trade them out on barter, the cash you would normally spend stays in your pocket. The money you spend on the cost of goods is converted into actual cash profits, not just trade goods. So how do I get a high return on business capital? It's just an extension of the discount that we talked about before. If you spend $300 to get $1,000 in benefit and thereby keep an extra $1,000 of cash, that's a 233% return on your investment. In fact, when you count the value of the $1,000 of service you received on trade plus the $1,000 of conserved cash, it's nearly 500% return on investment. There's nowhere else you could get this kind of return with especially zero risk. If you want the answers to frequently asked questions, click on the FAQ Contact Us button. When you're ready to get started, click on the green button and join for free.